Hey guys, this is Nishant, and this is day three. Now, first of all, I want to thank you guys for being patient with the content because I know it was supposed to be here yesterday, and I was sick, so I couldn't drop it. So I want to thank you for that. And like I said, we'll do a special call to kind of make up for it. But without further ado, I want to start with the content for the day three. So in today, in this video, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over a couple of really cool techniques that we use with our supplier to make sure that we get the absolute best pricing, even on like a very small number of units right off the bat. I'm going to show you a couple different places where we excuse me, where we actually get our products from, and I'm sure most of you guys have already heard about at least one of these places. So nothing fancy here, but I'm going to show you guys, exactly the process that we follow to make sure we get the absolute best pricing. So here's a couple different places that we actually get our products from. So we go to AliExpress.com when we buy huge quantities, especially after a product has proven itself, and we want to buy thousands of units of that product. Then we go to Alibaba because Alibaba is where you can buy mostly wholesale stuff, and AliExpress is where you start with some retail quantity. So very key difference there. The other place that we absolutely love is called WholesaleCentral.com, and WholesaleCentral.com is very well known for having access to a lot of North American suppliers, typically a lot of like US based suppliers. So if you're looking for high quality products that can be drop shipped directly from from the US, so that your customers get those products quickly and fast, and obviously high quality products, WholesaleCentral.com is another website that we use. Now for electronics and some of the other things, we use another website called DHgate. It's dhgate.com, and if we want to do something with clothing, and we just want to start something and kind of test a few things out, Light in the Box is another one of these websites that we use occasionally, especially for dropship, because they've got a pretty sweet dropship program where you could actually dropship directly from China or Singapore, a couple other countries, directly to your customers here anywhere in the world, especially US and Canada. And it's actually fairly quick, so their shipping service is really good. So these are the places where we typically get our physical products from. Now, as I mentioned, I'm gonna show you guys the exact script that we use with the suppliers from these platforms, because typically when you reach out to them, they're gonna try to charge you a lot more money for these products, because they don't know who you are. They think you're just a newbie, which I don't blame them for that, and they want to make sure that you're not just going to waste their time. So here's what we do. Actually, before I tell you that, I want to tell you guys about some of the key considerations that you should consider. So, three things that we always make sure that our suppliers, kind of like meet the criteria is they should be okay with drop shipping for you. That is very important, because a lot of the times, if they're not okay with drop shipping for you, chances are they're not going to work out really well for you, because if you have to get the merchandise, thousands of units over from China over to your warehouse, and then have to ship everything from here, that's a very lengthy process. And it can not only delay the shipments to your customer, it can also eat into your margins, because now you're going to have to pay for shipping from China to US. Then you're going to have to ship again from here, which is not cheap. So it's going to eat into your margins. So always make sure that these people are okay with drop shipping for you. That's going to help you save time. That's going to help you save money. The second thing, especially when you're getting the products from China, is you have to make sure that these people are okay using ePacket and providing the tracking information, because I know some of these suppliers in China, they don't use ePacket. Those are not the people you want to do business with, because those packages will probably have no tracking information, at least for like first couple weeks, and typically it takes anywhere from 30 to 40 days for your customers to get their packages. So it's a horrible situation to be in, and I would not recommend doing that at all. So even though it's going to be a little more cheaper, do not do that. Always make sure that the supplier you're going to be using is okay using e-packets as as a shipping method. The third thing, which is kind of important, is they have to be the manufacturer, not the middleman. Because I know, especially on AliExpress, there are a lot of people that are not the direct manufacturer. They're just the middlemen, and you want to avoid those people. So typically, ask them questions about like, hey, where is your factory and all this stuff, and just make sure that these people are not the middlemen. They're the actual manufacturer. Because and one good way to do that is to look at their store, and if they have like all kinds of products like in different niches, then they're typically not the manufacturer. They're just some middleman that has access to a bunch of products, and typically they're gonna be a little more expensive, and you don't have as much control, because if it's a middleman in the between, you're not gonna be able to get the exact information that you need, because they're going to have to go back to the manufacturer will have to get back to them, and it's a long cycle to go through. So try to make sure that these people are not the middlemen but actual manufacturer. Now this is how we start a communication with these people. The first thing is that you have to make sure that these people think of you as someone who could bring a lot of business to them, and someone who's not just a newbie. Even if you are, that's not the impression you want to give to these people. So here's what we do. Every time we reach out to supplier, we say, hey there, can you supply, and we throw out some big number like, hey, 1,000 units, depending upon the price of the product and whatnot. So we'll say, hey, can you supply 1,000 units per month of this product, or 5,000 or whatever, right? And when you ask a question like that, these people think, oh wow, he must be a good seller, that's why he's asking for these many units. And typically that will excite them, that will get you a response. Because a lot of the times, if you say, hey, I'm looking to just start my business, and wondering if you can drop ship, blah blah blah, well, they're not gonna even entertain you. They're not even going to respond to you, because they just don't want to waste their time. So you want to look like you're somebody who can bring a lot of volume, and once you get the response from them, then you say, okay, great, we sell again 1,000 units or 2,000, whatever number you're comfortable with, of a similar product, and want to expand our product line. What would be the price for, and again, use a big number here. So what would be the price for 2,000 units? And this is the key. This is kind of like this is where NLP comes in. So they'll give you a really good price. And then obviously you can negotiate. Don't just expect it. Just like negotiate with them, and when you do that, it would be, they'll give you like a good price. Then once you sell on the price, let's say they're asking for 10, and you say, hey, blah blah blah, let's say you guys settle at $9 for 1,000 units, right? Then you say, hey, okay, great, I'd like to order 10 units as sample to make sure our customers would like your quality. Because now, if you were to ask them for the price of 10 units, they would have charged you a lot more, maybe like $25-30. But because you started with the higher number, now the responsibility is on them to kind of justify why they have to charge you so much more money. So they'll try to ask you for more money. They'll say, okay, like for 10 units it's going to cost you this much more, blah blah blah. But you say, hey, look, I'm not buying these 10 units to do business. I just want to make sure your quality is good. And the thing is, now they have to justify the pricing. So they're and a lot of the times they'll agree to it. They might charge an extra couple bucks, but it's not going to be the price that they would have originally charged you if you would have went in with like $10 or 10 units in the beginning. So that's the key here. You want to start with a big number and get the absolute bottom price right at the beginning, because then the responsibility is upon their shoulders to kind of justify why they have to charge you more, and which is not an easy thing to do. So This is a technique that I learned from one of my mentors who's been doing e-commerce for like many years, and he's done like he does like 8 figures a year, and that's the exact same thing we follow in our business, and it's worked wonderfully well for us. So that's the key, guys. That's what we do. So I truly hope you guys will use the same strategy to negotiate with your suppliers, and like I said, that's going to help you guys a lot. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.